let's try to understand the importance of living in the present. Um, and what I mean by that is people are too stuck on the past and worry too much about the future, right? So you gotta just let it go. Um, let things happen. Forget the past. If it's happened, then it's happened. You can't really change anything about it, so why worry about it? If you can't change something, don't don't put your energy into worrying about it. But when it comes to the present, um, that's probably the most important thing that you need to look at. Uh, I feel like that is what life is. It's the present. If you're not living in the moment, then you're not living at all. If you're too stuck on the past and if you worry too much about the future, then you're just gonna lose time to just live. You're gonna lose time in your life to do things that you want to do. And yeah, it's hard to not really think about the future, to not worry about where you're gonna be, what you're gonna do in life, who you're gonna be with, who's still gonna be in your life. That's a lot to think about, and it's hard to not think about it. But it's to make it easier. You just gotta just remember that everything happens for a reason, and just live your life, live in the moment, and wherever it leads you, then that's where you are. I fully believe you could decide your own future, but if you worry about it too much, you're gonna end up having the future that you tried your hardest to stay away from. And dwelling on the past too much it's just unnecessary, and it's hard to let go of the past too. It's hard to forget someone who you love so much. And it's hard to just accept certain things that happened. I believe that accepting things is probably one of the hardest things to do, especially if it's not something that you would have ever thought would have happened. But it happened, and you can't do anything about it. Don't worry about it, because wherever you are now, where you are in the present, that's where you are now, and that's where you should be. And I hope I'm making this clear to people, and I hope people are understanding that how important living in the moment is, and how important it is to just focus on where you are now, forget where you were before, and don't worry about where you're gonna be. Just be here right now in the present, because that'll make your life so much easier, and that'll make your life more fun, and that'll open a whole new perspective in your life. It'll make you see things differently, and make things easier in your life, because doing all that and not living in the moment, and just worrying so much about, where am I gonna be when I'm older? Am I still gonna have this job? Am I still this and that? But like, that just adds on so much to your head, and that just messes with you now, and that just leads you towards where you don't want to be, and you don't want that to happen. So just be where you are now. Stay in the present. And yeah, it's getting really repetitive, and yeah, it's gonna be hard, and it is hard, but you gotta just learn to accept that, and work through it. And you got people there that are gonna help you, and even if you feel like you don't, it's gonna be hard to really do it. But once you learn to accept what happened in the past, and realize that what you do now will help you in the future, and what you do now will make your life so much better, so much easier, and just don't even actually think about the future. Like, everything happens for a reason. Everything's gonna happen the way you need it to. If you just like just believe that it will, and if you just really work towards staying in the moment. If you realize when you're doing something and you're in the moment and you're not worrying about, oh, I shouldn't have done this, I should have done that, or oh, what am I gonna do after this, or this and that. If you're worrying about that too much, it's gonna ruin what's happening now. It's gonna ruin whatever you're doing at that moment, and you don't want that to happen, you know. So just accept what happened. Don't worry too much about what's going to happen, and just do what you're doing. Live your life. Live how you want to. I'm not here to really tell you what to do. I'm just here to spread some words of advice. But I'm 16. I don't know how many of you are really gonna listen to a 16-year-old, right? And that's, I mean, I don't blame you, but take what you heard the way you will, and yeah, that's all I gotta say. I'll see y'all next time.